We get so worried.
We're almost like twins.
Almost, because we both have gray on.
Now we're really far over this way.
Oh.
Hey.
It's, again, this is a struggle to try and get these things. Oh my gosh.
Cheers. It's Friday night.
Cheers to the weekend.
And we're at home. Big party animals.
It's fine. What is everybody else doing tonight? Like, what do you aim to do? Like, during the week, do you think, oh, I can't wait till Friday because...
So I can do nothing. I can't say I've, like, oh my God, when was the last time I actually went out on a Friday night? Because I think Fridays are just, like, you're exhausted from the day.
It's a good night to just, like, debrief from your week and, like, relax and think about what you have to do all weekend.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
Laundry. I look forward to going home and having a drink. I don't know what anybody else.
No, it's funny how things change.
Yeah, life looked way different before kids. We were, like, counting down the hours on a Friday because you needed to go home, shower, like, get some money out of the bank machine and grab some drinks and find out where the party was. That was it. And now it's like, okay, kids, unpack your bags from the day, hang them up for the weekend. That's it.
Yeah. I don't even think when we were younger that we went out until like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm in bed by 9:30.
I'll try and text her like at 9:30 or 10 o'clock, or there's been nights where it's like 9:08.
And the
I'm like,
just stop.
Waiting for a response, then I'll send like crickets, nothing. And then the next morning at like 6 a.m. she can respond to me.
I think you said that. You were like, I hate that you don't stay up late. It was like 9:30 and I was done.
It's so early.
So
that's okay. Again, this kind of leads into what we wanted to talk about tonight, like mom guilt.
Yeah. Yes, it is a true thing.
It is a true thing.
I know, like, so I've been really watching, if you guys are into Netflix, I've been into the series Ozark. Have you watched it?
No, I haven't.
It's so addicting. And it's each episode is an hour long. So I'll watch it like when I'm at work, but now I want to like keep watching it. So the other day, for example, it was after supper. Everybody was doing their thing. And I was just in my room.
Chilling with Netflix.
Yeah, I was just by myself, chilling, watching Netflix, and felt guilty that I wasn't, like, you hear somebody come up the steps and you quick jump up out of bed and pretend you're like folding laundry. I was folding laundry. Click the phone off. Not see up
Pause.
Here. Yeah. Whereas, like, my husband, bless his heart, he's chilling on the couch from the minute he's done eating and
until the next day.
Yeah. So what's that all about? Why do we do that? What about
I don't know. Or like me, for example, I'll be like, okay, kids, it's 8 p.m. You're fed. You're bathed. Like, I mean, they're old enough that I don't bathe them, obviously. But it's like, I'm checked out. Like, mom's off the clock. You need anything else beyond 8 p.m., guess what? You got your dad or you got yourselves. You can figure it out. If not, catch me in the morning. Like,
catch me in the morning.
It seems like I just sit down, like, we rush after work, home, if we can even eat supper at home, we go to hockey, we come home, and it's like, oh, I just want to sit down. And the minute I sit down and get comfortable, it's like, Mom, can you make my lunch?
That's what I was going to say. Don't you find that
Can you pick my clothes out?
Yeah, they want you anyway. Like, the kids, no matter what you do, for some reason, mommy does it best. So
mommy does do it best. I think we talked about this last time, how, like, if you're upstairs and your kid is sitting on the couch, like, beside your husband, they will leave the couch and walk all the way up the stairs to find you to, like, cut their apple up.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. And I don't know about, like, I would do it because I just feel like they asked me, I should do it, whereas you might... Would you do it?
Well, but our kids are at different ages, right? Like, if it would rewind to Max and Char being like 10 and 8, maybe I still would have. But now, like, 13 and 10, I'm like, no, do it yourself.
Yeah.
I think I'm just kind of past that. I love my kids, but I don't want to do everything for them anymore. I want them to be, like, independent.
Yeah.
I want them to do it themselves, like, learn to survive.
Yeah. Well, and I'll catch myself, too. Like, if I think it was yesterday morning, I was, like, 8:45 and lunches weren't made, and Aubrey's yelling at me to come. She doesn't have a Lunchmate or a sandwich. And I said, well, and I actually thought in my brain, tell her to make it herself. But yet my body was walking down the steps to do it. But I stopped myself and I said, just make your own sandwich. And she did it and she survived. And
That's right.
It's probably the best damn sandwich she ever had. So,
Right?
And I think I heard your voice in my head because I thought, well, if it's, I might have even have said, if you were Charlie, Jessie would be telling you to make your damn sandwich.
Yeah.
So I said, make your damn sandwich. And she did. And so didn't die.
That's you winning.
Fine.
Like, that's you winning. That's like a small baby
Victory.
step towards
Yes.
victory.
Yeah.
It's great. It is a great feeling, but no, you should never feel guilty. Like, I know I will often go into, and like for me, it's not Ozark, it's Shameless. Whereas all my Shameless fans out there, I have to hide from my kids if I want to watch Shameless, because if you've seen it, you know that is not kid friendly. So I need to
Right.
be like in my room, maybe headphones
The
on,
blinds
even
down,
yeah.
the lights
And I don't
dimmed.
want my kids anywhere near me. If they come in while I'm watching it, it's like, get out!
Yeah.
Like, please leave me alone. I want a half an hour on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because Char needs. That's all she watches lately is YouTube. I'm
Yes.
sure.
And the
is it
weirdest
with
things,
YouTube?
like Aubrey will be watching ASMR, like where they'll be making sounds, like
Is it satisfying videos?
yeah, that kind of stuff. But like where they're,
satisfying
like,
videos.
Squishing slime and
Cutting up soap.
crinkling paper, and I'd be like 5 seconds in and passed out because that would just be like it's like a back scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
No, I just, it's amazing how with the kids, it's fine. They sit down, they watch their shows, but the minute mom wants to sit down, they need 101 things done.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about getting away from the mom guilt. It is okay for you to check out from your kids every once in a while.
Yeah.
It is healthy for them, in fact.
Yes.
The way I've raised my kids, Mandy and I are kind of different. I'm promoting the independence, and I'm like, I want you guys to do stuff on your own. And to me or to other people looking in on my life, they might think, oh, you're so distant from your kids. Like you maybe you're cold. And for you, it's different.
Yeah, it's probably like the opposite. Do you ever leave your house without your kids? Like, I just find we just hang out here a lot. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I have like older kids. Like, so my oldest is, so there's 21 and 18. So I recognize that, which I think in my head, this phase where they want you for everything is not going to last.
That's
because
right.
my older kids,
You've been
they
through
are independent and they do their own thing. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but
And it
regardless, it's yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
No.
There's no handbook, and that's kind of what we're promoting here, is that like there's so many different parenting styles out there, and like the best thing you can do is learn from other mothers rather than judge other mothers.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Right?
like I said, even though like I know that I parent different than Jessie, there'll be times where I'll say to myself, Sel, be more like Jessie and tell her she can make her sandwich. So, and it worked out.
It does work out.
Yeah.
It does.
But-
okay. Now on to the next thing. Oh, it was a big like, what do we want to talk about? We're excited about tonight's show. What do we want to talk about? Well, Mandy was like, why don't we talk about men and women and how their opinions on things can be so different.
Yeah, or just their views on things. And actually what sparked that was when we were on Instagram. Remember when we saw that video or this video of somebody baking with lots of flour in the kitchen, and
Well, she was naked.
she didn't have a
She
lot
was
of
naked
clothes on.
baking.
So
She-
it was like everything was getting everywhere, and
Yeah,
she's
there was
got barely any
flour
clothes
all
on.
over.
And we're just thinking, as we're watching this, that is going to be a real mess to clean up because there was flour everywhere.
She was
She
dumping
was-
oil on herself and on the
Everything.
floor, and the whole time I'm like,
That was our first thought.
can you imagine the cleanup
Cleaning
after that?
Yeah. Whereas a guy might be like, he's not thinking about cleaning.
Damn.
He's not thinking about the mess there. So, anyways, that's what kind of sparked that was, which we talked about. I don't know how it jumped from that to what we buy at the grocery store.
Well, like the big thing is, so if I say to Mike, when you're going to get groceries, can you get vegetables? And in my mind, I'm thinking when I get groceries and I write down vegetables, I'm getting lettuce, onion, cucumber, zucchini, peppers, and Mike comes home with like carrots and corn.
right.
Okay, and that's fine. Again, maybe I just need to be more specific with my requests
You're
when
right.
it comes to grocery shopping.
Yeah.
But like, you don't have that
I
issue.
don't do groceries usually, so
No.
I can't say that because my husband does them better than me. I overthink everything at the grocery store. I think, why buy it here when I can go to Costco and get more for
More for less.
$1 more? So, anyways, yeah.
So what's your example of like a guy seeing something totally different than a girl? Like, what's your life example of something that's happened in your household where you see something totally different than your partner?
Yeah, and we talked about like a dishwasher. Some people think it's a necessity, like you
I got a
couldn't
hold.
possibly, like some men want to put everything in the dishwasher, like Tupperware lids that can melt if they fall down, but they don't want to wash it.
I don't
They
want to wash
throw
a
it in
thing.
there.
Everything's going in. Or
Right.
like in my house, we don't have a dishwasher, so it's like you just wash the dishes.
Right.
And every time it comes down to like maybe Mike having to do the dishes, he reminds me that we should just go buy a dishwasher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just do the dishes.
Right. Yeah.
So what this wasn't supposed to end up being was like a
We're
male
not
bashing.
bashing men.
No, they've got their purpose. They do lots.
They have their purpose.
They have their purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just we see things differently.
We do
So-
see things differently. Yeah. And I'm sure we want to feel like we are not alone in that we see things differently. So that's why we want you to share your experiences with us.
Yeah, and same with what we talked about before. What things do you do that you feel guilty about? Because we want to, show that other women feel guilt over the same things, and it's
No mom shame.
We shouldn't. Nope. So we just want to get it out there so we can all feel good about knowing that we're all the same.
That's
and
right.
Nobody's judging
We
you.
are all cut from the same
If your
cloth.
friend came over and you were upstairs lying there watching Netflix and your kids were doing whatever, it's fine.
It's fine.
So yeah, we want to know.
We want to know your parenting styles. We want to know the things that happen in your house and how you're raising your kids and how you're dealing with independence or non-independence. Shoot us your examples. Let us know. Just help let other mothers feel like their style is okay, because we want to show like that there's a variety in ways that you can raise your kids, and
Yeah,
there's no right and wrong.
exactly. So,
Exactly.
Just like if you're sitting at home tonight and you're not doing anything and it's a Friday night and you're feeling like, God, what is the matter with me? Why am I not out?
What does my life come
We're
to?
home too. Like
We
I
are
think
home
it's
too. We're home too.
yeah. So don't feel
That's
that
okay.
way. It's fine.
And don't feel guilty about planning a mom's night out,
You're right.
right?
Right.
Women need to have that time to go out and spend time with their friends and have a social life outside of like their family.
Yeah.
I feel like guys do it maybe a lot more than women, or no? What's your opinion on that? Are you in any like service groups or volunteer groups that get you out of the house and away from your family? I feel like maybe it's more men that do stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's all. That's all we got.
Yeah. So let us know what about your mom guilt and stuff, and we can maybe start a little discussion. I don't know which Facebook or
Instagram. I know. I feel like
Either
I
way.
keep looking at the Instagram one.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. So have fun tonight.
Enjoy your weekend.
And if you have any suggestions of Netflix series or anything to watch, let me know, because I'm almost done and I'm gonna need something else. So
You should watch Shameless.
I should.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
All right.
Have a good night. Oh gosh, I
There
know.
we
We have
go.
to like
Yeah,
this
we're
one
fancy.
here.